Hi, welcome to auction number 23. And finally getting back to what I really enjoy. As my mom would say, I'm playing with my cars again. First item is this tuned SUPRA. So the card itself looks like it's in pretty good nick. As it's a new for card, new for 2023, there's a write-up. Well, I'd like to start this one on 40 rand. Next item is this Mazda MX-5 MIATA. You can see the card's got quite a bit of damage to it. Nice little cars, it is one I do collect as well. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand. Next item is this Porsche 928 Safari. Celebrating 75 years of Porsche. As you can see, the car's not in the best of conditions. I like the back end of these cars, of these Porsches. This is new for 2023, so there'll be a write-up about it over here as well. So I'd like to start this one off on 25 rand. Next item is one of these popular ones, it's the GODZILLA. As you can see, the card isn't in the greatest of shapes. Can someone in the comments tell me why is the white more popular than the grey? Is there any particular reason? Is the white maybe more difficult to get hold of? Alright, due to the condition of this card, I'd like to start this on 30 rand. Next is also a very popular item, but the card, as you can see, is a bit damaged over there. And I'm not sure if this is considered an error. Anyway, here's the BMW M3 in yellow. So I'd like to start this one off on 35 rand. So one of the more popular South African cars, because it was designed for our racetracks, is the ALFA Romeo GT V6, the 3 litre. This is the road version. You can tell it because the headlights don't have X's. I'd like to see this in black. I don't know if they brought it out in black, but I'd like to see this in black. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand. Next we have this Koenigsegg GEMERA. If I remember correctly, the GEMERA was named after his daughter. One big mistake that they made on this car, or these cars in particular. Actually, I'm lying, there it is over there, is the ghost. All the Koenigseggs have got this ghost on them in real life. The card isn't too bad condition, just the J-hook's a bit flimsy over there. I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand as well. Another car I do collect, and I've got quite a few of them, is this AUDI ETRON. Not quite sure what you call this colour, maybe Sharky. And top. Very nice front and back to this car. Because it hasn't got any sort of decal on the sides, they're really concentrated nicely on the back and the front of it. So I'd like to start this on 30 Rand as well. Next is the Corvette C6. I do collect Corvettes, but this isn't one of them. I'll do the C1, 2, 3, 7 and 8s. So the J hook is pretty messed up over there. Because of the condition of the car, I'd like to start this one on 25 Rand. Next we have this BMW 507. Again, I said the red seems to be a lot more preferred over the yellow. Again, is there any particular reason for that? Please drop me a comment if you know the answer. So the card is in fairly good condition. No real creases or anything. I'd like to start this one on 40 Rand. Next we have my mom's favourite car in real life. Little Fiat 500. Currently drives a Toyota Scion. It's a horrid little car. It looks like a half a loaf of bread to me. You can see the card is fairly good condition. Wouldn't say great, but not too bad. So I'd like to start this one on 30 Rand. Next one to the Bentley. It's also a car collect, and I really do like this this casting of it. I've got it in a couple of colours, but I'm still looking for the gold and the black version. So hopefully I'll find that in a little bit over a month's time. The card itself isn't in bad condition. So I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next is this Audi RS2, the Avant RS2. As you can see, the card is in bad condition, very bad condition. So when it comes to the Avant, I do the RS6 and I do the RS7. I don't do the RS2. I don't collect RS2s. Due to the condition of this card, I'm going to call this one at 15 Rand. Next is a car that's very popular in the US, or casting it's very popular in the US. It doesn't seem to be very popular here, mind you, which is this Mazda AUTOZAM. It is very popular because of the fact it is card number 1. It is new for 2024 and it is the Legends Tour winner car. There's the actual car it's based on. I'd like to start this one on 30 Rand. Next is this tuned Dodge Charger. Look, the card isn't too bad apart from here at the bottom, as I call it, dump and damage. I have got it in my collection. I'm not a big fan of the tune cars, but I've got it in my collection. So someone asked me what cars do I actually collect. I've been playing this game called CSR2 for about 9 years on my phone. And I try and collect all the cars that are in that game. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. Next item is this Ford Raptor, Ranger Raptor. Look, I prefer the F-150s to the Raptors, although it's not a bad car. There's double cab. I do see there's some damage over there to the blister. I'd like to start this one on 25 Rand. Next we have one of the Barbie cars. This is the blue 56 Corvette. It's also known as the C1. It is one I do collect myself. Not because it's Barbie, but because it's a C1. Car's in fairly good nick. I'd like to start this one on 40 Rand. Next we have this Honda Civic Custom. Look, I'm not big on these compact cars, although I do have like the Civic EF etc. in my collection. I don't collect this one. There's the R4 for Rua Sada 2023 new 4. I'd like to start this one at 30 Rand. Next we have this Falcon Mustang. Look, I do like these Falcon colors. So I've got a copy or one in my collection as well. So I very much do like the Falcon colours. As you can see, the card's a bit damaged there at the bottom, and you've got some crease in there on the J-hook. I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand as well. Next we have this DATSUN wagon, the 510 wagon. Look, I thought this one would be quite popular, yeah, because the Super Treasure Hunt was very, very popular in this one. Yes, remember the Super Treasure Hunt was like a pinkish colour. Card's not too bad. Just sounded like there's something on the blister, but I can't feel anything. There's a little crack there on the blister. So I'd like to start this one on 30 Rand. It's one of these fantasy cars. Should only be done in November, I suppose. It is called the MUSTANG. I'll show you what the special feature is now. It is a new for 2024, so you can see what they say about it. Moustache, you can see you can flip it down over there, you can give yourself a fake moustache. I'd like to start this one off on 20 Rand. So next we have the British Cops and Villains car, the Jaguar MK1. You see it in a lot of the older British detective sort of movies. Like I said before, it's usually the cops and the crooks that use it. And I think they actually mention it here as well. I'd like to start this one off on 40 rand. Next, from the Fast and Furious, we have this ice charger. Also a very nice casting. Really stands out nicely. Corners are a bit hammered over there. You can see all the bullet holes. Those are bullet holes. I'd like to start this one off on 40 rand. And I think when it comes to the colours of these cars, the Falcon, the Golf colours, and the Hot Wheels racing colours, I think are my favourites. Also quite like the one that's sort of based on the JPS, the old JPS, the black with the gold. Anyway, this is the Boss 302. Very nice car in real life, very, very nice. And I'd like to start this one on 30 rand. So next one is this Formula E Gen 3 racer. Look, I enjoy my Formula 1, and I think like most South Africans do. But I'm not very much into Formula E racing. Though I do see a couple of names from old Formula 1 that do e-racing. So I'd like to start this one on 15 rand. So next, from the Barbie franchise again, this time it's Ken's car, Ken C1 Corvette, 1956 one Corvette with the flames, etc. I suppose they tried to macho him up a bit. I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand. Next we have the Savannah RX-7. It's unfortunate this card isn't in the greatest of shapes, but the car itself is gorgeous. There's one I collect as well, so I've got some of them in my collection. A nice back to it. Like I say, the card's not great, which is a pity, but it does come out of a dump bin, so you can expect that sort of damage to it. I'd like to start this one on 20 rand. So next we have this Nissan Patrol. I must admit I do prefer it in the blue to the white, especially the race team colours. The race team blue. The card's not in too bad condition. This is new for 2023, so we can see what it says here. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand. Next we have a look at this Lotus EMIRA. Notice all the Lotus cars start with the E. EMIRA, Elise, Evija, Evia. Nice car, so I do have it in my collection as well. Nice back into it. Bit of a crease there in the J-hook. This is new for 2022, so let's see what they say about it. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand as well. The last item is this 2911. So the card's a bit bent over there, as you can see, but nothing major. This time it's in the purple as opposed to the black. Nice Spectre Flame purple. Nice front, nice back. Oh, like I say, I'm a big fan of the tune cars, but this is quite nice. And I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand.